Now, 5 members of an organised criminal gang are due to be sentenced today for an attempt to smuggle 69 Albanians into the UK inside a converted fishing trawler. The vessel was intercepted by Border Force before the gang, or Eastern European, could land the migrants at Great Yarmouth.
Yes, well, the National Crime Agency says the conviction of the gang marks a major blow against this people smuggling operation, which plan to continue using the trawler to smuggle in at least 50 migrants every single week. Our Home and Security Editor, Mark White, joins us now from Chelmsford Crown Court, where sentencing is due to take place. Mark, thank you very much. Just give us an overview of the case, please.
Morning. Yes, this signifies really a worrying development in terms of the way in which the people smugglers are expanding their operations. They're always looking for new ways to try to smuggle illegal immigrants into the UK. Our concentration, of course, and we were in the studio just talking about this yesterday, has been on that growing crisis in the English Channel with these small boats coming across the channel. But there are these efforts as well to take people on board more seaworthy vessels, although it's arguable whether the vessel in this case was all that seaworthy. It was 60 years old and had a catalogue of faults when it was examined by inspectors after it was seized. But they are looking to take vessels that can go further north in the UK and try and avoid the border controls and being detected by the likes of the National Crime Agency and Border Force. Well, I've been taking a detailed look at this case. I should warn some viewers of a more delicate disposition that there is images of an out-of-condition man in his underpants at one point, but apart from that, here's my background to this case.
Tracked by a Coast Guard helicopter, this is the converted fishing trawler Svanik being buffeted by waves as it crossed the North Sea in November last year. But this boat's fishing days are long gone. Instead, packed into her hold are 69 Albanians being smuggled into the UK. The trawler never made it to its intended destination of Great Yarmouth. Intercepted by Border Force and the National Crime Agency, it was brought here to the port of Harwich. Some of the 69 migrants visible on the deck of the Svanik and on the dockside. The day before, she'd set off from Ostend in Belgium. These images, captured by one of the migrants on deck, shows just how rough the sea was during the 14-hour voyage. Authorities say those on board were in real danger. Most were below deck, but had the vessel encountered difficulties, there was only one lifeboat, which hadn't been serviced in years and was only capable of carrying 20 people. When they searched the boat, National Crime Agency officers found this laptop in the wheelhouse. It linked other organised criminal gang members to the people smuggling operation.
Police, can you open the door?
It's clear Lithuanian national Artūras Jucius wasn't expecting this early morning door knock at his South London home.
From the National Crime Agency. Okay. I'm here this morning to arrest you, all right, for the offence of conspiring to facilitate illegal entry into the UK.
A search of his phone found various audio messages as Artūras Jucius set up this operation, promising to smuggle 50 migrants a week into the UK once they got enough money to buy and convert the boat.
We're going to bring you every week 50 people. Just we need to invest now 40,000 if you want, 20 you, 20 me. From first trip, we're going to get that money back.
Juris and 4 other Eastern Europeans, all members of this organised crime group, have now been convicted and jailed for an operation the National Crime Agency said would have been highly lucrative for the gang. They charged their illegal passengers £15,000 each for the trip on this 60-year-old vessel. An inspection of the Svanik found she'd undergone a crude conversion to allow people to be carried in her hold. But conditions were filthy and cramped, and the fact there were only 20 life jackets on board showed how little regard the people smugglers had for the safety of their human cargo. Many thousands of people have arrived illegally into the UK this year on small boats across the English Channel. But while focus has understandably been on this growing crisis, organised criminal gangs have continued to expand their operations, looking for other routes into the UK. The commandeering of fishing boats like the Svannick to land migrants further up the coast and in rougher weather is now becoming increasingly common. Mark White, GB News.
And that sentence and hearing of these 5 men convicted of this people smuggling operation is getting underway this morning. And it's not the first time that Border Force, in conjunction with the National Crime Agency, have detected those using bigger vessels to try to smuggle people into the UK. There have been instances of fishermen who've allowed their vessel to be used, other people who have purchased, as in this case, a fishing vessel for a relatively small amount of money, converted it for use for the people smuggling operations. And as I say, the lure really in doing it this way is they think that they can get further up. They were heading to Great Yarmouth, so nowhere near obviously any of the channel ports where there is a very significant Border Force operation looking for illegal immigrants. They think that this is a way of circumventing these border controls, but the message from Border Force and the National Crime Agency is they're always on the lookout for suspicious activity, analysing their data and willing to stop vessels coming into the UK via whatever route that might be. The sentencing, as I say, getting underway this morning.
Mark, thank you very much. Yes, Mark, it's just yet another one. I suspect it won't be the last time that you're stood outside a court giving us a very similar sentencing. Mark White, thank you very, very much for that fabulous report.